1. A Pennsylvania notary instructor is designing a training session for new notaries. Which approach best applies adult learning principles to enhance knowledge retention? A. Requiring learners to memorize statutes without context. B. Using a lecture-only format to convey all legal information. C. Integrating real-life notarization scenarios and learner discussion. D. Distributing lengthy legal readings before the session. 2. During a training, a notary instructor presents a scenario involving improper identification procedures. What is the best way to evaluate learners' understanding in alignment with adult learning principles? A. A 50-question multiple-choice test with no feedback. B. An open-book quiz based only on the statute. C. Group role-play followed by peer and instructor feedback. D. A lecture review followed by note-taking. 3. A mentor notary observes a trainee continually forgetting to record the type of notarial act in the journal. What is the most effective mentoring technique in this situation? A. Assign additional readings on journal requirements. B. Reprimand the trainee in front of peers. C. Demonstrate proper procedure, then guide a practice session. D. Ignore it and assume the trainee will improve. 4. An evaluator is assessing notary training effectiveness. Which method best aligns with adult learning evaluation techniques? A. Checking if attendees signed in. B. Reviewing test scores and conducting learner self-assessments. C. Tallying number of slides covered in a presentation. D. Observing the trainer's pace. 5. A notary curriculum developer needs to ensure alignment with Pennsylvania notary law updates. What is the most compliant development practice? A. Referencing national notary practices. B. Copying content from online blogs. C. Regularly reviewing PA Department of State updates. D. Using outdated manuals for consistency. 6. A new trainer includes abstract definitions of acknowledgement and jurat without practical examples. This approach most clearly violates which adult learning principle? A. Adults require authority figures. B. Adults prefer rote repetition. C. Adults need immediate relevance and applicability. D. Adults prefer passive absorption. 7. In a training session, an instructor introduces the concept of disqualifying interest. What method best ensures understanding and transfer to practice? A. Listing the statute and asking for memorization. B. Having learners discuss examples of conflicts of interest. C. Skipping the topic due to complexity. D. Showing a video but not discussing it. 8. A notary training program includes learners from diverse professional backgrounds. Which strategy supports inclusive adult learning? A. Presenting only legal jargon to maintain formality. B. Using standardized examples from one profession. C. Encouraging learners to share industry-specific applications. D. Limiting questions to stay on schedule. 9. An evaluator finds that learners scored high on quizzes but struggled in practical applications. What is the best evaluation improvement strategy? A. Increase the number of multiple-choice tests. B. Add more readings on PA notary law. C. Incorporate simulations and scenario-based assessments. D. Extend lecture time. 10. A notary mentor is assigned to help a trainee build confidence with administering oaths. Which approach best promotes both compliance and adult learning? A. Have the trainee silently observe notarizations for weeks. B. Model the process, then coach during supervised practice. C. Assign practice scripts with no feedback. D. Discuss laws without demonstration. 11. What communication technique should a notary trainer use when teaching complex legal material to support adult learners? A. Use abstract terminology without context. B. Read the statute line by line. C. Translate legal terms into plain language with examples. D. Refer learners to the full statute for later review. 12. A trainer observes that learners are disengaged during legal compliance reviews. What instructional change best re-engages adult learners? A. Increase content volume. B. Include interactive case studies and group problem solving. C. Replace content with self-study modules. D. Skip over sections to save time. 13. A notary program developer includes outcomes focused solely on memorization. How should this curriculum be improved? A. Add learning outcomes tied to real-world application. B. Reduce contact hours. C. Eliminate assessment components. D. Focus on higher-level vocabulary. 14. Which feedback method best aligns with adult learning principles during a notary practicum? A. Public criticism to increase motivation. B. Delayed written feedback with legal citations only. C. Immediate, constructive, and private performance coaching. D. Minimal feedback to promote independence. 15. A notary instructor wants to ensure learners understand their responsibilities under Pennsylvania's revised Uniform Law on Notarial Acts RULONA. What activity best supports this goal? A. Reciting RULONA from memory. B. Identifying violations in fictional case studies. C. Writing essays on notary history. D. Watching a documentary on legal ethics. 16. What is the most effective way for a notary mentor to model professional communication when refusing a notarization? A. Becoming confrontational to establish authority. B. Refusing service without explanation. C. Demonstrating how to decline clearly and respectfully. D. Suggesting the trainee figure it out on their own. 17. An instructor wants to develop formative assessments for a notary class. Which example best meets this objective? A. A final certification exam. B. A self-paced online module. C. Periodic knowledge checks with feedback. D. A summary handout at the end of training. 18. A notary trainer needs to update their curriculum for a bilingual audience. What is the most inclusive communication strategy? A. Speak faster to cover more content. B. Provide written translations of key materials and examples. C. Focus only on English-speaking learners. D. Limit group activities to reduce confusion. 19. In the context of mentoring new notaries, what strategy best ensures the mentee understands the importance of impartiality? A. Reviewing the textbook definition once. B. Ignoring ethical topics to avoid conflict. C. Encouraging discussion of borderline scenarios. D. Repeating be impartial without context. 20. A notary trainer is designing an evaluation plan. What is the most effective way to measure learning outcomes? A. Counting how many slides were covered. B. Administering a one-time survey. C. Using multiple assessment types, including observation and scenarios. D. Tracking how long each learner stayed in class. PA Notary Pennsylvania Notary Exam. The Pennsylvania Notary Exam is a state-administered assessment required for individuals seeking to become commissioned notaries public in Pennsylvania. The exam evaluates a candidate's understanding of the duties, responsibilities, and legal requirements outlined in the revised Uniform Law on Notarial Acts RULONA. It tests knowledge in areas such as identification procedures, proper journal entries, notarization types, and ethical conduct. Designed to ensure compliance with Pennsylvania law, the test is typically required for first-time applicants and those with lapsed commissions. Administered by an approved vendor, the exam must be passed within 6 months of completing a state-approved notary education course. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of PA Notary Pennsylvania Notary Exam. 1. Legal competency verification. The PA Notary Exam ensures that candidates possess a thorough understanding of Pennsylvania's notarial laws and ethical standards, reducing the risk of legal errors and misconduct. 2. Public trust protection. By setting a uniform standard for notarial knowledge, the exam helps maintain public confidence in notarial acts, reinforcing the legitimacy of notarized documents. 3. Fraud prevention. The exam educates candidates on proper identification procedures, record keeping, and document handling, serving as a frontline defense against identity fraud and forgery in official transactions. 4. Professional development. Passing the PA Notary Exam enhances an individual's credentials, supporting career advancement in legal, financial, and administrative fields. 5. Regulatory compliance. It ensures that notaries are fully informed of and adhere to state regulations, helping employers and institutions maintain compliance with legal standards.